All right, I'm just, okay. With pepperoni, Logan? There you go. Just kidding. Yeah, so there we go. Let's go to Annie Cyrus. She's with us tonight. Annie, welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for being with us. If of course, you and Logan are done making fun of me, because I could hear what you guys were saying about me in there.
It is so good to be back, Brannon.
Yeah, no problem. They're making fun of me. I don't know. Why are you guys always making fun of the old man? I don't understand.
We were just stating some facts that were funny.
Yeah. Like, how long is this segment going to be? I said, I don't know, 10 minutes. And they said that means 20. Oh, maybe it will. And she's after that squeaky toy again. I hear it, but I don't see it. So I don't understand what toy she brought in there. But that is going over the air, right, Logan? Yeah. Which one is it, Dolly? Come here, bring it here. Ooh, there it is. Come here, bring it here. Let me see it. Let's at least show everybody what you're squeaking. I don't even know what, I'm not even sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is, but you love it. She tears these things up until she gets the squeaky. She tears them up, takes out the squeaky thing, and it's like digging for a prize, like in a Cracker Jack box. But I always take them from her because I don't want her swallowing it. But there you go. You can have it back, but maybe don't squeak it. All right. What would we do without pets to liven up our lives a little bit with all the serious stuff going on? I know you got cats, but I have a dog, as you well know. But man alive, they do have a way of helping us kind of get a little more grounded after all this going on in the world, don't they?
They do, yes. Especially, I don't know about your dogs, but one of my cats, he loves to cuddle. So when it's all done and over, as soon as I sit on my couch, he just crawls up. There's like, hold on, let me cuddle with you, make you feel better.
Yeah, well, Dolly is a cuddler. She is a cuddler. There's no doubt about it. Sleeps in between Melissa and I every night, all night. All right,
that's
so
adorable.
You've got a new one out. Dolly. Shh, Dolly, quiet down. History is calling. Don't throw the tyrants a lifeline. Now, this is the prince, the Shah's son. Now, I have to ask, Annie, some people that I like personally are out there on social media saying, oh, we can't let the Shah's son come in here. His dad was a tyrant. His dad was a dictator. Why are people saying that? Is that true? Is that false?
It is false. It was the original textbook that started getting out by CIA back in about 1971, as I believe, when they started, when the father, Shah of Iran, decided to throw a very giant, luxurious party. That was not his. He celebrated the 2,500 years of Persian existence.
I remember that.
And the first reporter from U.S. at location, enjoying the luxury, started the narrative, and the videos are out there. I can find them at some point, where she reported that as people of Iran suffer through poverty, this is what their king is doing, and the narrative from there started. The tyrant who's taking people's money in food and natural resources and throwing these luxurious parties everywhere, every day. And from there, Sabak has started becoming a problem. By the way, I should note this, and Brannon, I'll be more than happy to write a Substack, and I mean a real Substack about this, but Sabak was trained by Mossad. They were as much of a tyrant as Mossad is. Is Mossad firm? Yes, so was Sabak. So now,
I want to make sure you audience, and that's footage, by the way, I think, of some of these parties that were being held. I actually watched a documentary on him not too long ago, and if I hadn't, I would not have known about these parties at all. I wouldn't have had a clue what you were talking about, but I had watched those parties.
Yes.
I was watching this documentary. Otherwise, I would have never known. And a lot of this money was privately raised, correct?
Yes. So here's one thing a lot of people don't know, especially Americans. Shah of Iran was a collector, and he actually would do a lot of moving around antiques, including weapons, like antique weapons. And a lot of time he would actually just take out of his own collection. So it was his own money that he would just, move collection around, make profit on it, and he would turn around and throw it into a party.
Okay.
And part of the original frozen assets, they were his own money, actually. He sent them because he was a collector. He wanted few weapons. to add to his weapon collection, but then somehow it was the government money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. That's that rabbit hole. I will gladly go down that rabbit hole. Again, he was not perfect. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Shah was perfect. However, he was not a tyrant. He modernized Iran beyond comprehension of any time of Iran. He managed to become America's strongest ally, even ahead of Israel in Middle East for the first time ever during his kingdom. And again, he was very firm. That is correct. He followed the Constitution. If he arrested someone like Khomeini in not early, in 1963 to be exact, because he was putting plan together to create a coup d'etat that later on turned into the 1979 revolution. In 63, when Savak arrested Khomeini, they were about to execute him for treason. Now, US, UK, and France came in and said, no, don't kill him. He's going to become a martyr for Islamists. Let's just exile him. France like, I'll take him so he has time to come and topple you when we need him to. I know I sound sarcastic. That's exactly the story. They changed his mind. Yes, Shah of Iran was planning to hang Khamenei for treason. Or I'm sorry, it's not. It is treason. What is it when they try to do a coup d'etat or topple the regime? It is. Is it espionage?
It's a coup. It's a coup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, by law, anyone who tried that would have been executed. Does that make him a tyrant? No, it doesn't. Makes him a leader who wanted to protect his country.
Now, some of these people that are saying he can never go back and all these things they're saying about him, many of them are supporters of MEK, right?
Yes.
What is MEK? What's that stand for?
MEK stands for Mujahideen.
Is it M-E?
M like Mary.
Yeah.
E like Edward, and K like King.
So it is MEK. All right, it stands for what?
Correct. M stands for Mujahideen, which is in Arabic, the jihadists, more than one. E is just actually a sound that adds the word to next. And Khalq is the K, which stands creation. So they are the jihadists of the creation. Mujahideen Khalq.
And now, are they here in the U.S.? Do they have a office here in the U.S.?
They are, yes, they do. Their headquarters, surprise, surprise, is in France. Before France, it was in Iraq. But when we toppled Saddam Hussein, they had to evacuate and move to France. They also do have offices, rallies, members, and active leaders, head level of organization here in the United States of America, mainly in Washington, D.C.
Now, why would Americans support this group? Are they not your violent jihadists? Are they a different type of Islamic group pushing for their global dominion without jihad? I mean, there must be something kind of friendly about them to make American leaders, some of them that our audience would respect, in past history, to be associating with them, right?
No.
No.
No. MEK, again, another project I'm working on between translating and all that. I'm working on that. MEK they identify as Marxist Islamists.
Oh.
Now, originally, in early 1950s, MEK started as a full-on Islamic Mujahideen Khalq. Later on, during the 1979 revolution, shortly before that, when some of the head and leaders were having present, some of the secondary levels were like, hey, what if we go from Islamists to Marxists? Because Marxists had a lot of wills in Iran at that point. They were getting support from Soviet Union to push Marxism in it. Why don't we become Marxist? Later, when the leaders were released and they were set free and then they escaped to Iraq, they're like, hey, how about we become the Marxist Islamist? Nobody out there can compete with us, and we're going to have support from every end. Red-green axis in real meaning of organization. So they started to become Marxist Islamist. A lot of Americans would like for you to believe that they are the moderate Muslims. However,
well, see, that's what I was getting at. See, now you're making my point. I was like, they must be portraying themselves some way to get certain Americans to go along with it. So you're saying they portray themselves as moderates. By the way, I did just ask AI about it, And they said founded in 1965, MEK initially combined Islamic and Marxist ideologies. It aimed to overthrow the Shah of Iran and establish a democratic government.
Look at that. I am not making facts up, Brannon. Can you believe that?
Right.
But however, it is wrong. They were originally started in 1950s, and then later on, they founded it in 1950s, but in 1960s they became known. But that's all right. Anyhow, so here's the thing. They are not moderate because they have committed a very long list of jihad against Iranian people. Now, you'll have certain people, a mutual friend of ours, who will say those were all fake, and Islamic Republic of Iran, the regime blamed MEK for it. However, the truth is there are actual documentaries recorded by two heads of MEK admitting to all of those bombings, admitting to collaboration with Saddam Hussein during 8 years of Iran-Iraq war, admitting that when Saddam Hussein finally signed a peace treaty with Iran, MEK with their own soldiers tried to invade Iran, their own words. Now, unfortunately, in Farsi. So a lot of our fellow Americans here just take their word for it that, oh, they were framed by the regime. By the way, their biggest winning point with a lot of Republicans, surprisingly, because they have been number one enemy of the Islamic regime in Iran, automatically the enemy of my enemy is my friend comes to play, and whatever they say, a lot of people here are believing it. And then when their name was finally released or removed from the terrorist list in 2008, thanks to Hillary Clinton, one of their biggest supporters, when their name was removed from the terrorist list, they were able to come to US, they were able to do fundraising, they were able to become legit organization. They came to enough money to not only restart their campaigns, but also start funding those who would turn around and endorse them, show up at their rallies, become their speakers. And today, they all have made the call of Prince Pahlavi is gaining momentum. Let's get out there, a smear campaign to start, use CIA's original textbook, smear his father, label him as like his father, because MEK is targeting Iran as much as anybody else.
Well, you told me that was going to happen last week. You said, Brannon, watch, because they're going to go after him and start a big, huge campaign to discredit him.
Yes, and with what he did very bravely this morning, it's just going to get worse. You're going to see a lot of smear campaign against his father, his mother, his brother, his sister, he himself, his wife. It's going to start happening. But
because he went to France, he left DC, went to what, to Paris?
Yes, he is in Paris.
And he announced that he has made contact with so many people inside Iran, or Iran, as you like me to say, and he is ready to lead the people, right? If they want it.
Yes. If you scroll a tad bit lower, you'll see that he actually announced that he has, first of all, he has 3 stages of economical, how do we put it? Economic survivor plan. A short one, which is 4 to 6 months, I think, or 4 to 8. There you go, right there. The emergency of 4 to 6 month, establishment 18 to 24 month, and normalization of long term. And then right below that, it says, in the coming days, he says, we will publish our roadmap for the first 100 days after the fall of the Islamic Republic. That is a leader ready to go. This isn't about, do you want me to come back? Is anybody interested in me even talking? He called for the press conference himself, well, his office. He showed up and he did it in Paris, not DC, not New York, not LA, in Paris.
Now, again, he's obviously not some hardliner, because we just showed the pictures, thanks to you, of a wedding the other day where his daughter married a Jewish businessman.
Oh, hardliner. Let's address the Islam Shia part that's also floating around. I have never seen either Prince Pahlavi or his family members or our queen, for example, on a Ramadan and do a iftar party. I mean, we do it at White House, but they have never done that themselves. The Shia Muslim part that is being carried with him is the same thing that has been carried with a lot of other Iranians, generation after generation. That's what it was. Now, I can't confirm this yet, Brannon. I will say it as I have heard from reliable sources, but I'm not confirming. His daughter has actually converted to Judaism before the wedding.
Oh, wow.
Again, not me confirming, but I have heard from very reliable sources that this was not an interfaith marriage. Daughter has converted to Judaism. So again, another narrative of, oh, he's a Muslim Shia. You've never seen him do prayer. You've never seen him start any. You've listened to enough English language of him? Has he ever started with, in the name of Allah, the merciful?
Not that I've ever heard.
That's the thing. People need to realize some of these labels carry over and over and over. In their whole life, I don't think they even own a Quran. I have seen every Nowruz. I've never seen a Quran on their table.
So you've never seen one?
Never.
So
I have followed this family from.
I was going to say, you really know this family well, don't you?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thanks to my grandmother, who countered all the lies, propaganda by the regime when I grew up about the Shah of Iran, I got very curious about this man being the father. When I came to America, I started studying his life. For a while, I was actually very upset with U.S. for kicking him out while he was dying of cancer. And then from there, I started following our queen from there, Prince Pahlavi, his wife, children growing up, all of that. So yes, I do know a lot about them on a personal level, on a policy level, on a faith level, on a love of country level. But going and doing this in Paris was definitely a big sign today. And also, he did say the whole thing depends on one thing and one thing only, and that is for West to stop throwing lifeline at the regime. That was another direct message to exactly our administration here.
So he said to the administration, not naming them, stop throwing a lifeline to the regime.
Yes.
And yet tonight we have President Trump, as we know, quote, congratulations to everyone. It's been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a complete and total ceasefire in approximately 6 hours from now. This was this afternoon he put this out. When Israel and Iran have wound down and completed their in-progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point the war will be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world. During each ceasefire, the other side will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everything works out as it should, which it will. I would like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, and having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't and never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. He put this out at 6:02 Eastern Standard Time tonight. What do you make of this?
Not going to happen. And let me explain why not going to happen. I actually sent you an email with 2 attachments. Mm-hmm. Both of them from his Truth Social. Okay. One of them is just a one-liner of, I think, congratulations, world, we can now live in peace or something like that.
Yep.
Which I actually giggled. I think I almost sounded like Kamala Harris when I giggled at that one. And then the second one I have sent you, which was right before this one.
Did you send them to me or to Logan?
To you. Okay. Should have sent it. Did I send it to the wrong person? Sorry.
I don't know. I'm going to look.
It's just 2 attachments. The second one is the one that he put before this one, which I ended up putting it on my Substack, and I said, please, somebody make this make sense, please.
Yeah.
The second one, if you open the longer one, I don't know if you've seen the longer one or not, Brannon, but when you read this, my head goes in, who is this guy? And again, this is not me being anti-Trump. Do you mind reading it so I don't
Iran has officially responded to our obliteration of their nuclear facilities with a very weak response, which we expected, and have very effectively countered. There have been 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down, and 1 was set free because it was headed in a threatening direction. I'm pleased to report that no Americans were harmed and hardly any damage was done. Most importantly, they've gotten it all out of their system, and there will hopefully be no further hate. I want to thank Iran for giving us early notice, which made it possible for no lives to be lost and nobody to be injured. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region, and I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States.
I'm still trying to make that one make sense, let alone the second one. What? I'm sorry. Does Donald Trump actually think he's running a daycare and he offered everybody afternoon yogurt so everybody's taking their nap now? Does that truth sound like this, or am I just extremely crazy now?
But aren't you kind of shocked that Israel would even agree to this? I mean, I thought Israel was going to go until they were done.
Well, here's the thing, though. Israel has, let's be fair, Israel has agreed to a lot of other ceasefires with Hamas too, right? But they didn't necessarily go for a ceasefire. An agreement. Now, I will say this, for everybody who was so mad at me Saturday evening for putting out what I put out, saying this is going to be where Trump is going to tell Israel, we achieved what you were looking for, now go for a ceasefire, and then he's going to throw more oxygen at the mullahs. I was called every name under the sun. My Facebook page was demonetized by a coordinated attack from everybody who was mad at me for accusing Trump of even having such a thought. You're welcome.
Well, by the way, people shouldn't be organizing campaigns against people expressing their beliefs and opinions. And you're telling me that so-called conservatives attacked your Facebook page to get to do what? Demonetize you or what?
So I'm going to be more precise. I don't think this was necessarily conservative. This was the MAGA members who first started by attacking me verbally on the comment sections, on private messages, and then by Sunday, I got a notice from Facebook that 78 reports have been placed on my page and they have to review them. So temporarily, my monetization is suspended until they come to a conclusion.
Wait a minute. I thought MAGA people were free speech people. Don't shut us down. I mean, if you want to have your beliefs and promote what you want to promote on your Facebook page, that's your business.
No. MAGA as a movement, as a group, believes in you either say Trump 100% correct, can do no wrong, Lord and Savior, or they're going to come at you with everything they got. And this is my first interaction with them. But the point is, even my opinion, guess what? It was 100% accurate on Saturday, and the Substack is up. It's public. Anybody can go look at it. I'm not touching it. I said there are two things he's going to do. Either have his CIA get involved with regime change, or wait, he's going to go and say, Israel, we did what you wanted to do, ceasefire. Let's give oxygen to the mullahs. What he put out this afternoon is exactly the second guess I had about him. I said it from day one when he started negotiating. He's going to keep dancing with the devil. This ceasefire is.
But I'm shocked that Israel is going to take this because
I don't think they will.
No, you don't think they will? Okay.
I don't think they will because, first of all, again, all day I've been watching. It is such a blessing sometimes to know both languages, right?
You've been watching Iran and Farsi?
I've been watching Iran's direct channel, news channel, listening to their propaganda machine, and then watching our side and Trump's propaganda machine.
And that would be Fox News, in my opinion, the CIA channel, Fox News.
Oh, no, I've been just watching Trump himself, like his Truth Social.
But you would agree that CNN's, Fox News seems to be pushing the military-industrial complex line, in my opinion. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, and that's why I can't. It's maybe 35 seconds to a minute, and I'm done with Fox. I'm like, I can't even watch. How does anyone listen to Fox and believe a word? A word. The same thing with the other side. Again, I'm watching. There are all, and that's why I was laughing and I was crying and I was frustrated. So we told them we're going to hit their Fardo so they could move uranium. They told us they're going to hit our bases so we could make everybody. What is this? A soccer game, a strategy? Brannon, I almost today I feel like, where do I go next? Because none of this is making any sense anymore. They're telling us to evacuate. We're telling them to evacuate. Why did we spend $43 billion? Sorry, $1 million.
So where do you think this ends?
As I said, the U.S., unfortunately, right now being Trump administration, they're gonna try to sabotage this regime change, which they just did. They're gonna keep trying. However, from what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I'm receiving on personal phone calls, people of Iran are done. So is Prince Pahlavi. So U.S. can keep trying to sabotage this regime change. U.S. can continue throwing oxygen at the regime. I don't think Israel is going to take part on this, giving oxygen, because they are very well aware of that regime and their dangers. But I would say I'm not backing down on this time. It feels different. The regime is over. The mullahs are done. How much U.S. is going to go down in Iranian history as the saboteur or the supporters, that's up to President Trump and his administration.
People should read it. History is calling. Don't throw the tyrants a lifeline. That's what the prince said today from Paris, France. Liveuptofreedom.com. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com as well. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com. And if you want to support her work and research, you could go buy some of her beautiful artwork. Let me go over there. LUTFstudio.com. LU stands for Live Up to Freedom, obviously. LUTFstudio.com. Handmade artwork and crafts by, look at that. Liberty Dual handcrafted red and white chess set.
Well, I figured since everybody's playing chess in 3D all the way to 21D, I figured a real set of Patriot-looking chess set might have a place in this world.
And you make these all yourself by hand, right?
Yes. Every piece is made by hand, by myself. All products and material involved U.S. made as well.
Well, there you go. Isn't that cute? That's gorgeous.
Thank you.
LUTF Studio, LUTFstudio.com. Annie, as always, thank you. And you know what? We bring all sides on here. We had Colonel Rob Manus and Shahram Hadian kind of going a little against each other in the panel on Saturday night. We don't all have to have the same opinions. That's what we love about this network is we bring people on and we have the exchange of ideas, right?
Yes, but here's the thing, Brannon. You also set the foundation on truth. If I don't, it's been many years now, but if I send you something to bring up, you ask for my receipt. Mm-hmm. You don't just let us come here and spew whatever we want. That's the beauty of it. Your network the foundation of your network is facts,
that's right,
truth, receipt. Now, if the outcome or how we should have done it is a difference of opinion, you let us all, like civilized people, dispute each other.
Yep.
But the foundation is important. The facts need to be there.
100% agree. 100%. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com. Annie, thank you.
Thank you, Brannon. Stay safe.
You too, my friend. Annie Cyrus checking in. Liveuptofreedom.substack.com. We'll be right back after this short break.
True beauty isn't applied. It's nourished from within. Bella Grace Elixir, a luxurious, scientifically crafted blend designed to restore radiance, vitality, and strength at a cellular level. At the heart of Bella Grace Elixir lies cat's claw, a powerful herb from the Amazon known for its ability to control inflammation and protect collagen. With Verisol collagen peptides, it goes beyond the surface, stimulating your body's natural collagen production to reduce fine lines, improve skin elasticity, and promote real, visible change. Bella Grace Elixir doesn't stop at collagen. It includes astaxanthin, one of nature's most powerful antioxidants. 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, astaxanthin protects your skin from harmful UV rays and environmental stress, while locking in hydration and promoting a radiant, youthful glow. Experience the power of nature with Bella Grace Elixir at melissahousebg.com. Discover the science behind Bella Grace Elixir at melissahousebg.com. Read powerful testimonials from doctors and real customers who've experienced life-changing results, and explore other wellness products from Bella Grace. Bella Grace Elixir is more than just a product. It's a solution. Visit melissahousebg.com today